subjects. To say, "O King Henry VIII, now in truth, you did see me earlier, but it has come to my attention that it was on this day, the 15th of June, not just was it the birthday of my illegitimate son, Henry Fitzroy, whom I did cover earlier in a video. In truth, on this day, 15th of June, in the year of our Lord 1560, my court jester, after serving both me, my son, Edward, and my daughter Mary, he did die. He was very close to me. There were courtiers who had been hanged for many of the things he did. Yet, he was the one who I would let get away with it. And in truth, I was very close with Will. He was one of the few who did call me Harry. And in truth, affectionately, he did call me Uncle. I admit, there were many times he did cross the line. But he was very funny. If I'm going to say that, I admit, it was worth it. He was a great man who did a great deed for my court as my jester. Now, not long after my death, he became more of a companion to the new jester, Jane Fool, under my daughter Mary. And I believe there is a portrait, which I shall put here, in which it is said that he is under the right arch, Jane Fool depicted under the left one. Anyone who did cross me, or anyone I no longer saw fit to keep, usually something would happen. For with two of my wives beheaded, because they were traitors. But he never went that far. He was the one who could cross any line without dying. Will was remembered today, I am told, but no one quite understood him the way I did. He was not just my jester, but a close friend. In Shropshire, Will was first presented to me at Greenwich in 1525. For that, because born in Shropshire, Will Sommers was first presented to me at Greenwich in 1525. At the same time, I did become enamored with the Mistress Boleyn. I was impressed by his humour and his wit, and I had swiftly offered him a place at my court. At the time of our meeting, Will Sommers was in truth a young man who did serve me dutifully for the rest of my life. He is known for his generosity to the poor, his kindness, yet he did in fact have a hot temper. I did get quite angry at him in 1535 for his insult of my wife and my daughter on a dare by Sir Nicholas Carew. In truth, I did threaten to kill him, although, as you know, I would not. I could not bear the thought of something like that happening to Will Sommers. After my death, Will did in truth stay at court under Queen Mary I. His role was more so ceremonial, as an assistant to the court jester Jane Fool. It is said that in truth, Will was the only man who could make Mary laugh. And let's be honest, in a short and depressing reign, laughter was in very short supply. Because Mary did have quite a sad life. To know that the man who brought me so much joy could bring her, despite our troubled relationship, so much joy, in truth, does make me feel quite happy. The last public event attended by Will Sommers was the coronation of my daughter Elizabeth, meaning that he did survive to see near all the monarchs of the Tudor lineage, all except my father, which I find is remarkable. His death was recorded in the parish of St. Leonard's, Scottish, on June 15th, 1560.